Hey guys, Dwayne here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about looking for information about your ex, what's going on with them, what they're doing, what they might be planning, all those type of things. And my message for today is don't look for information. You're going to want to. You're going to want to know what's going on. You're going to want to know what they're doing. You want to know what they have planned. If you're in the beginning stages of a divorce, you it's complicated because if you don't if you didn't know what you're dealing with, if you're starting this process and you're at the stage where you're just starting to break up and the divorce and you're here, then you have an advantage because you can learn a lot about what's going on and what you're dealing with and what you're going to be dealing with. But if in that initial discard phase, if you don't know what's going on and you're looking for answers, you are going to be drawn to try to find answers. You're going to be drawn to try to find out what's going on, why things happened, what's coming down the pipe. And sources of those information, I mean, it's typical stuff. It's, social media like Facebook, websites, dating websites if they're on that. And the bottom line is you don't want to go looking for information. Fortunately, in my situation, well, let me back up. When my situation started, I didn't really want the constant reminder, so I actually defriended my ex, or during the part where we were going, starting the separation and then ultimately the divorce, because I just didn't want to see stuff popping up. It was like every time it would pop up, it was like a poke in the eye. It wasn't necessarily that she was doing something overtly to poke me in the eye. It's just I wanted some separation from it and some distance from it. But when things started to turn crazy, then you get kind of freaked out because you're like, oh my God, what are they doing? What's happening next? And you want to have some type of information on what's going on so you know what to expect. Now, I guess in some regards that was good for me because on those times whenever I was questioning myself and whether I was making the right decision, some type of information would come my way, either directly from the ex or indirectly through other friends and social media or whatever, to let me know or just reinforce that I was making the right decision. But part of going no contact is also, I mean, isn't necessarily where you're minimizing the interaction coming from the ex, but it's also seeking information and looking for information externally or from yourself. Now, I already mentioned, Facebook and the social media stuff, but see, this also happens with mutual friends. You're going to have people who are going to, you're going to, one, want to ask questions, and I highly recommend you don't. And that's a tough one, right? So, I mean, no judgment here. I mean, if you're drawn to and you just have to, I get it. I think we've all been through that phase, but just try to think about it that it's not really a good thing. It's not good for you to basically put yourself through things over and over again. If you're in the divorce stage of it and you have attorneys, just do everything through them. You don't necessarily need to, be seeking information to figure out what's going on. And the primary reason of this, guys, is you want to minimize their ability to get in your head, okay? Because what happens is every time okay, let me put it to you this way. And you could probably, you can relate to this. So think back to a time or two, whatever, in the recent past, as you've been going through this, where you were actually doing okay. You were feeling a little bit better. It was out of your mind. You were thinking about, basically what your new life or whatever it is you were doing, your hobby, whatever it is. And then someone gives you some information, you run across some information, you have a mutual friend and, there's a picture that they post that has your ex in there, and it immediately brings you back. It brings all that stuff back. And that's what the goal of this for not looking for information is, to minimize that, to basically prevent the X from getting back into your head and creeping in to your environment. And on that, what you're trying to do in this is you're trying to keep your environment clean and stable. I mean, that is the key. You know, I mean, you are going to want to, I mean, you're going to want to know information. It's inevitable. It is human nature. I mean, you're hurting through all of this. You're confused. You don't understand. Probably you don't understand what's happened, why it's happened, you know, why they're doing what they're doing, why they're being so evil, why they are just doing stuff that's just trying to drive you crazy. Well, they're doing it on purpose. And you know, you can set up an environment where you have minimized contact or gone no contact, but if you are still looking for information, and like I said, that means, I mean, if you are actively going out, now if you stumble across it, that's one thing, but if you're actively going on Facebook, or you're going on dating sites, or you're doing Google searches, or you know, when you talk to mutual friends, you drive the conversation to that, you've got to wean yourself off of it, because nothing good comes from it. Okay? I mean, I've been going through this for a really long time, and so I've had a lot of experience. I guess I've had time, and I've learned a lot, to where a lot of this stuff doesn't bother me. But the crazy part about it is, I mean, just the other day something happened where somebody was saying something, and it like creeps in. It's like a little crack, and it starts, you know, burrowing into your head. And that's what you are trying to prevent. That's what you want to stop. You know, think of it like the X is a drug, and you're trying to, you know, whatever, you know, smoking, drugs, liquor, whatever it is, and you want to stop it. You know you're drawn to it, so just don't do it. Think about it in those terms. Try to prevent yourself from doing it. Now, everyone has a slip up every once in a while, and your curiosity is going to get piqued. But here, look at it this way. Just look at the last time you had an opportunity for this, okay? And so let's say hypothetically you're with a mutual friend, and excuse me, they in the course of the conversation, either you ask, "Hey, have you seen, you make some comment to try to drive the conversation that way." No matter what they tell you, even if they tell you that everything is horrible and they're doing bad, it creeps into your head. You know, you're going to start spending time, and you have. I mean, more than likely, just look at it. You probably have already been spending time thinking about them and your situation and whatever information you got, whether it was a picture or you saw a Facebook post, or someone was telling you what they said they were doing or whatever. Just, if that happens, have them, just say, "Hey, you know what? I don't want to hear. I mean, I don't want to hear about it." I mean, you probably do want to hear about it, but just start practicing that. And the crazy part about it is, and I don't know if this is a guy thing, so you'll have to let me know if women do this, but I've had male friends of mine who are acquaintances or whatever, who feel like they need to tell me about what the ex is doing, or how they're looking, or how, if they, I had one person who was like, telling me, "I want to get with her." I'm like, "Hey, bring money," and it's like, what? Why would you even, why would you even say that to somebody? I mean, like, if I was like, "Hey, Susie," well, wait a minute, I'm trying to think of that, because I would be the guy. I would be like, "Hey, Bill, I saw your ex, Susie. Man, she was looking good. I tried to ask her out and tried to take her out." What? I mean, I don't even know what, that's just messed up. So, but, don't seek out the information. And if people try to give you information, just, say, "Hey, thanks, but no thanks." If it's like, "Oh, hey, look at the, oh, check out this, what this crazy stuff she's doing and she's posting on Facebook." Just say, hey, you know what? You mentioned it. I'm good. I don't need to see it. I don't want to see it. Just, thanks, but no thanks. Because bottom line, guys, you don't want to re-traumatize yourself on this. Okay, that's really the goal. You're trying to get yourself into a clean, stable environment to minimize, uh, to minimize the impact that your ex has on you or has over you. So, all right. So I'm going to wrap this up. Hopefully, hopefully these videos are helpful. If you have an experience where you've had trouble with, or you found a way to help yourself to stop looking for information, put it in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, give it a thumbs down. But please let me know why, so I can try to make it better. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And guys, I know this stuff's tough, and I hope these videos are helpful, and I hope some of the ideas and the concepts that I'm trying to share with you, that I've spent a lot of time wrapping my head around to get to, are helping you. So hopefully you're having a good day. If not, like I've said before, just take a deep breath, try to get your environment calm and stable, and just know that tomorrow's another day, and every day that you move forward, it gets better. It takes a long time, but it gets better. So on that, I'm going to wrap it up, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye.